Negative thoughts. We all have them. But instead of trying to get rid of them, what if you could use those thoughts to your advantage? If you've ever wondered, how can negative thoughts help me? Aren't they harmful to my mental health? How do I use them to improve myself? You're in the right place. In today's video, we'll explore how negative thoughts can be transformed into powerful tools for growth. You'll learn practical techniques to reframe your mindset, ways to stay motivated when self-doubt creeps in, and strategies for managing stress and anxiety effectively. We'll also answer important questions like, what's the right balance between positive and negative thinking? How long does it take to see results? Plus, stick around until the end, where I'll share a bonus tip that might just change the way you look at setbacks forever. Let's start with the basics. What are negative thoughts? Negative thoughts are the inner voice that tells us, I'm not good enough, I'll never succeed, or why even bother? They often pop up when we're stressed, scared, or facing big challenges. These thoughts are common, but they can make us feel stuck. Here's the thing. Negative thoughts are natural. Everyone experiences them. What matters is what we do with them. Instead of letting these thoughts stop us, we can learn to recognize them, question them, and turn them into something useful. So why are negative thoughts not always bad? Think of negative thoughts as signals. They can show us what we're really worried about or what we need to work on. For example, let's say you think, I'm not smart enough to pass this test. Instead of letting that thought bring you down, you can use it as a motivation to study harder and improve. This is called cognitive restructuring, which is a fancy way of saying you can change how you think about a situation. Negative thoughts can push us to prepare better or avoid mistakes. When we challenge our negative thinking, we can actually grow from it. Now, let's talk about how to reframe these negative thoughts into something positive. Here are 3 easy steps. The first step is to notice when a negative thought comes up. Maybe you're thinking, I'll never finish this project. Take a moment and write it down or say it out loud. And catching the thought early is key. Step 2, ask yourself, is this thought really true? Often, negative thoughts are exaggerated or based on fear, not facts. Maybe you're worried about the project, but you've completed tough tasks before, right? Challenge the thought by looking at the evidence. Step 3. Now, let's flip that thought into something more useful. Instead of, I'll never finish this project, try thinking, this project is challenging, but I can take it step by step. You're not denying the challenge, but you're also reminding yourself that you can handle it. Example. Let's say you're nervous about a presentation. Instead of thinking, I'll mess up, try reframing it to, I'm prepared, and even if I make a mistake, I'll learn from it. Let's talk about the science behind all of this. Your brain is always changing and adapting. This is called neuroplasticity. Every time you think a certain way, your brain strengthens that pathway. If you're constantly thinking negative thoughts, your brain gets used to that pattern. But here's the cool part. When you start reframing those negative thoughts into positive ones, your brain creates new, healthier pathways. Over time, this makes it easier to stay positive and handle challenges without getting stuck in negativity. Studies show that cognitive restructuring, which is what we're talking about here, helps reduce anxiety and stress. So, when you reframe your thoughts, you're not just boosting your mood, you're also rewiring your brain. Now, let's clear up something important. Positive thinking isn't the same as toxic positivity. Positive thinking means acknowledging both the good and the bad, but choosing to focus on what you can control or improve. It's realistic and grounded. Toxic positivity, on the other hand, is pretending that everything is perfect when it's not. It's saying things like, just be happy or don't worry about it, when you're actually feeling overwhelmed. In this video, we're talking about healthy positivity, not ignoring your feelings, but reframing them in a way that helps you move forward. Now that you know how to reframe your thoughts, let's talk about finding a balance between negative and positive thinking. Negative thoughts serve a purpose. They tell us what we're afraid of, what we need to work on, or what might go wrong. But we don't want to get stuck in them. A great way to balance both is by asking yourself 3 questions. 1. What's the worst-case scenario? 2. What's the best-case scenario? 3. What's the most likely scenario? This helps you see the situation more clearly and keeps you grounded in reality without getting lost in negative thinking. Let's bring this to life with some real-world examples. Take athletes, for example. Many top performers admit they have moments of doubt. But instead of letting negative thoughts take over, they use them to fuel their preparation and improve their skills. Or think of public speakers who feel nervous before getting on stage. Instead of saying, "I'll mess up," they reframe their nerves as excitement, telling themselves, "I've prepared for this and I'm ready." You can apply these same strategies to your own life, whether it's in school, work, or personal challenges. So, how long does it take to see results from reframing your thoughts? The truth is, it takes practice. You won't become a master overnight, but even small shifts in your thinking can lead to noticeable changes in your mood and behavior. Start by practicing these techniques daily. Whether it's through journaling, mindfulness, or just taking a moment to reflect when a negative thought pops up, you'll begin to see changes over time. Before we wrap up, here's a bonus tip that can supercharge your progress: gratitude journaling. Taking just a few minutes each day to write down 3 things you're grateful for can shift your mindset. Gratitude helps you focus on what's going well in your life and reduces the power of negative thoughts. Over time, this practice builds mental resilience and keeps you balanced. So, let's sum it up. Negative thoughts aren't the enemy. In fact, they can be powerful tools for growth if you know how to reframe them. By identifying, questioning, and reframing your thoughts, you can use negativity to your advantage. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe for more tips on mental fitness. I'd love to hear from you. What's a negative thought you've reframed recently? Drop it in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Keep challenging your thoughts and keep growing.